So something that we have misunderstood here is the fact that something that we have misunderstood here is the fact that evolution happens at birth and then does not continue throughout life. This is a huge misunderstanding of our biological processes, of our biological processors, and the computational drive of the human body that computates mathematically and algorithmically our genetic code of which will adapt to survival at all times. So I, Michael Leslie Skeleton Jean Grey, the Phoenix Force X-Woman, the first X-Woman ever recorded, and the first X-Women ever recorded, because I have multiple of me and all the multiverses, so there's many of me, and I have a hologram and a robotic version of myself, an Escaflowne, and other advanced weapon systems to protect the integrity of our society and the laws of our society, to uphold the laws of our society utmost. So humanity believes that evolution stops or at birth, that you're born special, right? But the person as an adult going to get the tool of the hammer and bone and make the hammer and bone is a sign of the mind growing and evolutionizing at that time. So we can prove that education is I want bulletproof suits. So we can prove that education is the epitome of evolution, and to keep it from humanity is a human crime, in the fact that education must be accurate, it must not be fabricated, it must be logical, it must have emotion and human emotion in it, it must factor in human emotions, because human emotions are part of evolution, which is talking about the education of the human mind and the drives of the body for our internal processors to understand why our internal processors create images or life functions and bodily functions that continue us to move forward. So evolution does not stop at birth, and the person going to go and get the tool and make the tool is evolutionizing at that point. So I am the highest point of our evolutionary species, me. I am the highest point of evolution in our species, period. I am the highest version of physical fitness, I am the highest version of physical health, and I am the highest version of mental and physical health. And them trying to get into my physiological background and poison and drug and murder me is laughable, and then keep me from a gym and tell me that I'm not the top of our species whenever I am. So you're trying to keep me from tools to prevent me from evolution, which is cruel, unusual punishment. And you're trying to damage my mind through rape and murder, which is cruel and unusual punishment. And you believe that we will not evolve past you as a rapist because you are that arrogant and stupid, and you have reached a point where you can no longer evolve and could no longer evolve the moment that you chose rape, because if you don't believe in the law, you cannot evolve, because you will kill everything in the universe, and so the universe physically actually stops you from evolving. And this is why we are executing every single rapist and pedophile in the world, because you will never evolve. And I am the top of our species. So you all trying to commit murder with the police department and trying to commit slander and plagiarism of image in one. So you're trying to slander someone, and then you're also trying to steal their image because you want what they have. And then you're trying to use terrorists who are illegally in police uniforms, who all you have to do to be a cop is have a high school diploma. And you weaponize terrorism in our communities by allowing them in here. You trying to say that you're going to try to make us vote for cops whenever you already committed treason and you're dying. You need to stop speaking, because you're already dead. And Bill Clinton was impeached over a dress, and you raped a bunch of children 3 times a day with all of these rape slavers, and I uncovered the entire transatlantic slave trade and stopped the transatlantic slave trade and the terrorist slave trade of you all with rape videos, trying to buy, as Chinese people tried to make a bunch of rape videos, sell them to one another, and generate an economy on abuse and plagiarism. And then you were going to try to buy Disney World from us and Walmart. And I'm telling you, I own Disney World and Walmart, and I also own the news, and you're trying to keep me from putting me on the news because I own the news. That's pretty laughable, because we all know that no matter what, that someone's going to invest in me, and that that's going to spiral out into me owning everything, because even NFTs of mine are worth trillions of dollars. Because I'm Jesus Christ, God, our Lord and Savior, and I'm the very first excellent evolutionary being, of which I'm proving to you right now. And you know this. And you know that Rashida's been on some kind of shit fit all fucking day about trying to have me raped and murdered with the police. And she cannot do this. She cannot have me. I'm not even talking that loud, you piece of shit. And so she's trying to have me fucking raped and murdered with the police and have me forced to be living in filth, because she believes that she can use a terrorist group to rape and murder me as a Palestinian and then steal all of my work when it's a Jew-hating group of people. And Pam Bondi, who killed a bunch of kids this year, think that they can just work together to rape and murder me, the Jewish Messiah, and then have me violently raped and murdered. And I'm getting verbally assaulted all morning by a bunch of people telling me that you all are trying to have me raped and gang raped and murdered by terrorists to steal my eternal infinite wealth, and that you're trying to keep me off the news, of which I own. Because you are trying to, I stopped an international tragedy making sure that the Chinese didn't buy Walmart and Disneyland and trying to take it over, and anybody else, and it should be in the hands of me, a Jew. And you guys are trying to start a no Jews, no whites in Detroit thing and trying to segregate us and trying to start civil war, because you're all racists. You're all fucking racists. Every single fucking one of you. And where I'm trying to end segregation and you're trying to create it, because you're an invading army, both Palestinian and black, on native and white people's land. And then we're supposed to have endless compassion for you, because and you want to encourage theft within your people, my people, because you believe, okay, so you're racist pieces of shit people. You're gonna die. You're a bunch of rapist racists. Murderers. I don't want you anywhere near me or these kids or any of this magical stuff. Do you understand me? So my people here are not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this because we're ending segregation. And there's a lot more community togetherness in this. Now you're trying to teach your people that it's okay to steal because so much has been stolen from you. No, it hasn't. Not any more than any of us. Because we've all been raped and murdered, and then you have a bunch of black people go out here and mug a little girl for her car based on that mentality, and then they all get executed. So stop encouraging your people to steal. Because all of them are going to be executed, and all my people aren't going to do that. Do you understand? So all the white people, they go, yeah, we'll encourage all the white people to steal and rape and murder, because they don't want to encourage the law. Do you understand? Black or white or native. Native too go, yeah, we'll just steal it because then all the white people stole this from us, blah, blah, blah. Okay, none of this is true. All right? We have a bunch of terrorists who raped and murdered all of us equally. All of us. Every single fucking one of us, and you being disproportionately black here, whenever you go over to Black Kingdom over here in fucking Africa, and find out that they would rape and murder you and put you in those mines just the same as everybody else trying to be my brother and hug them. You're fucking ignorant. And I'm telling you right now, we've all been the victims, every single one of us, of terrorist violence. We're shutting it down. We're getting reparations to everyone. And so I can speak logic all fucking day long. It doesn't matter to a bunch of people trying to have me raped and murdered and cut off my ears and cut off my nose and cut out my tongue and blind me when you've already tried to blind me so that I can't do math, so I can't own what is my rightful companies, because then I can't make movies or do math, right? And then I'm just the person that you threw acid on, or that you did all of this shit, or you raped and murdered. The endless schemes that you've all made to assassinate me as rapists and murderers and abusers, and just it doesn't matter what you all think that you believe in. I'm God. It doesn't matter what you all think that you believe in, trying to make us all fight. You're terrorists. I'm the only person speaking logically with a plan. This is all my plan, and anybody trying to plagiarize this after and play me as God is going to get shot. Because I don't care how innocent you try to be and how much you try to act like me and how many of my arguments you try to plagiarize. You're not me. And you have to fucking die. Because you can't keep trying to take power that you don't understand and then lead people with what? And problem solve with what? All of my work? And then you think that that's not just complete and total rapism that you're participating in. So you have a rapism plagiarism problem that you need to address in yourself, that you're not another person, that you keep trying to pretend to be me, and that you have a fucking mental and emotional issue. And that all of the plagiarism, so you guys can acknowledge, so you called the police on me, so you understand that I'm vice president-elect. So you know who I am, Rashida? You've listened to these voicemails. So you know that you're trying to commit murder and terrorism and rape and murder and terrorism with this girl, and that you gang raped her, that you're withholding evidence. She's calling you. She's saying, give me the evidence, which is my right, or you're going to be executed by the United States public because you keep trying to make me kill myself through abuse and slander and white poverty, which we have tons of books. If you guys, these are all illegal now. These are all hate crimes that you guys are promoting in these books of white poverty, and then slandering people out of jobs, trying to make it so that she's homeless. She has cockroaches crawling in her dog's fucking food, and she kills, 20, 30 cockroaches a day in here. And then she's trying to get all of these people out of here and then redevelop this property to make this into a tourism spot. And all of you just want to shoot her in here and rape and murder her. And I, as an older black woman, am appalled that you're trying to use our culture and history as black people to rape and murder a white woman. That is not at all what the fuck that is for. And you all sound fucking crazy. You sound fucking crazy, and you would rape and murder me just the same because you're all rapists. None of this has anything to do with black culture. Raping and murdering white people has nothing to do with black culture. You're all rapists and rape slavers and are not allowed to be in this society, and you can't follow the law. Michael is the leader here. She's a black woman. She's also a Native woman and an Asian woman, and she doesn't have to keep explaining how fucking... Why do you keep hitting me?
I'm just trying to talk to you, man.
What do you want?
Please keep it down. My head is fucking pounding.
I'm not even talking that loud.
You woke me up twice, man. I was asking you to keep it down.
Fuck off!
That's your fucking mouth.
See, you have her in here in a fucking abusive relationship where she's trying to save her life from being raped and murdered by all of you people, and he's going, can you keep it down? No, Heath, you are not just tapping my shoulder. You are mentally and emotionally abusing me. Shut the fuck up!
Oh, stop screaming.